Hey guys, it's Yuki Gaming 24 here with a bit of a story video for you, answering a question I've been asked by a load of my friends. I think some of you on YouTube have asked, and it's why do I always live on islands? As you guys can see, I'm living on an island on this world. This world, by the way, is kind of like my solo offline world that I've been playing for a little bit now, where I don't stream it, I don't record it. I come on this world when I just want to chill out and just play some Minecraft, right? So anyway, I will be doing a world tour on it, but just for now I'm going to take a walk around my island as I tell you this quick little story. So I can't remember the two people's names, so this story mainly involves me, and I'm going to say the host and host friend. Now those names will make sense to you in a minute, because basically when I moved to PS4, I'd played Minecraft a little bit, but not a lot, and there used to be communities on PS4, I'm sure you guys remember. And I joined some Call of Duty ones, some GTA ones, and I joined a couple of Minecraft ones. And one of the communities, obviously hosts, put up a thing being like, "Hey, start a new survival. There are some rules, but not many. Message if you want to join." So I messaged him like, "Hey, can I join?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." So I joined him. I'm like, "Oh, what's up, dude?" He's like, "Yeah, not much." He's like, I'm guessing you're from the UK, given the fact that my name is UK Gaming 24. I was like, yeah. He went, "Oh, that's good because he lives in the UK as well, and for time zones and all that stuff." So I was like, okay, sweet. So he basically says, "Look, this is going to be a survival world. We're going to try fight the Ender Dragon, do all that stuff. We're going to build like a big village." I was like, "I'll help get the resources, but I'm not a good builder." And he went, "Oh, dude, that's fine. If you want to build just like a normal a square house, like I always do in survival, then just do that." And I'm like, "Sweet." He's like, "Oh, and if you've got any rules you want to suggest, let me know, because I'm letting everybody come up with rules, but they have to be agreed to by me." And I'm like, "Okay then." I said, "Well, the only rules I've really had with my friends is you don't go into people's houses and you don't kill each other." And he's like, "Oh yeah, dude, those rules are already set." And I'm like, "Sweet." So anyway, host friend join, and he's like, "Oh, okay, let's do this. So they're building some stuff. They want like a town hall in this village and other parts. And I'm like, "Right, well, I'm gonna go do some mining." Now this is where this is how I found out about the rules weren't being followed really by host friend, because I found some diamonds. I remember I found 5 diamonds. I didn't say how many I found, but I remember saying "Oh, dude, I found some diamonds." I quickly went back up into my house, because I basically I do things quite a lot the same in a world. So for example, I came back into my house like I do with this one. I've got 2 dogs and a Chris the chicken, which is another little fun story time video, which I'll do at some point. Um, and if I was on that world, I put my diamonds in the valuables chest like I do there, and then I quickly just stood in the corner, AFK. Now I saw him he then came up, took the diamonds from the chest, and carried on like nothing had happened. And he started going mad. He's like, "Oh, dude, I just found diamonds." I'm like, "Oh, that's funny that." And he's like, "What do you mean?" I went, "You found? Where did you find these diamonds?" He went, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Where did you find them?" He went, "I was mining." I went, "Well, it's funny how my diamonds." I said, "How many diamonds have you found?" He went, "Why?" I'm like, "I'm just curious." He went, "Well, if you really want to know, I found 5." I went, "Oh, so you mean the exact same number of diamonds that I had before they went missing?" And straight away he went ultra defensive, like, "What are you trying to say? You're accusing me without any proof, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Well, I think you just admitted your own guilt there." But the host, who obviously he'd be friends with for a while, was like, "Well, I can't really comment." But I said, "Have you got proof?" I'm like, "I literally said I had diamonds. I wouldn't lie about that." So I grabbed my iron sword that I had and I killed him. And he's like, "Dude, what the F? You just killed me." And obviously the host being his friend was like, "Why did you just break the big rule?" I'm like, "Because he stole my diamonds." I took my diamonds back. He's like, and host friend's going mad saying, "Kick him, kick him, kick him." I'm like, "You know what? Don't even bother." And I just left because I thought, I'll admit, I've gotten annoyed at people for taking stuff from me in Minecraft, and you might say that was a bit, petty of me killing him and all that stuff, but yeah, the way he was just like yelling down the mic saying I'd broken the biggest rule and all this stuff, I just thought, you know what, whatever. Anyway, so a couple of weeks go by, and I get a message off the host being like, hey, so we've decided to make a new world where um, you can live in the village if you want, or you can like live on the outskirts. But I want it, and he basically wanted it to be like a sort of a world with like a load of trading and stuff. He went, would you be interested in joining? I'm like, oh, well, is your friend going to be there? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, fine, but if he breaks the rules again, I will kill him. He's like, well, try not to. Blah, blah. So anyway, I join up, and if I say that village wasn't there and he was like all flat, they live there, and I had an island about where that island is. Wasn't as big as that. It was probably about half the size of that. And I said, well, I'll tell you what then. Nobody's allowed on my island without permission. Is that a fair rule? And the host was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm like, sweet. Now, if you guys remember, I don't know if it's the same anymore, but on the maps on the PS4 version before it became the Bedrock version, same on the PS3, each character's like little symbol, I guess you'd call it, or like map marker would be a different colour. I went mining, built my house, went mining, and I found diamonds again. Said I found them, put them in my valuables chest, and I was like, oh, I've just got to go AFK. I didn't. I just muted my mic, and then I went to the toilet. I didn't go to the toilet. I said I was going to go to the toilet, but I muted my mic, and then just waited. And straight away, I saw host friend sailing to my island, or swimming. I think he was in a boat though. Coming upstairs to my house and stealing my diamonds, and I immediately just went and killed him before he muted my mic. And he's like, "What the f? He's just killed me again!" And I'm like, "Yeah, but why were you on my island though?" He's like, I wasn't. And the host was like, oh, UK, you've done it again. He said, come on. He said, he wasn't on your island. I went, oh, yeah. So in the party, I made a group chat with me, host friend, and I think there's like random who joined. And I was like, look at the colours on your map now. I think his was like, host was white, mine was blue, host friend was green, and random was like whatever colour, yellow or pink or something. I went, that's him on my island. And that's him literally looking through my valuables chest. I said, yeah, I killed him. Anyway, host friend and host dad basically arguing down the mic and everything. And me and the random, I can't remember who the random was, but he was like super chilled compared to the other two. And it's like, you know what? I can't be bothered. I just took my diamonds and I left the world. And I just said, look, I said at the end of the day, I said, I'm not getting the blame for you and your friend falling out. I said, I think you're just both being kind of stupid about it. I said, at the end of the day, I said, look, I ain't joining any more of your worlds. If you do want to join one of mine at some point, just message me and I'll probably be on. And I said the same to the random, but I put, like, look, dude, if you want to join my worlds that I'm making, just let me know. He's like, oh, yeah, dude, sure, but I don't think we've ever played again. So pretty much ever since then, because of what happened, I've always lived on islands, because on the first world, I couldn't really prove it being in my house, because, like, all our houses were built like, kind of together in a village. It wasn't really. It was kind of just basically a line of houses and like a town hall at the end where you could like make rules and everything. It was just kind of stupid, really. But obviously, because I had proof of him going on my island, the host and the host friend couldn't defend himself really, and yeah, it kind of caused an argument between those two. And I thought, nah, I ain't doing that. So yeah, ever since then, I've kind of always lived on an island, and that's not the only reason. It's like now I'm playing solo. Why don't I just live on mainland? And the main reason is because it's like with this world, it's in a really nice area. I mean, there's a village there, and there's a village there. So I thought, perfect. There are times like if you guys watch my Minecraft Survival Island world where I spawn on an island, so I can't leave it. And like I said, there's also other times where like not as much now, but when I used to play Minecraft with like a load of friends, me and one friend in particular, we'd find an island somewhere. It's like, right, nobody's allowed on our island without asking us first. Because obviously, if like, say if me and you know, you on my world, you know, whoever's watching this, and you're like, oh, UK, can I use your enchantment room, or can I borrow some iron, or can I take some coal to make torches? And I'm like, yeah, come on my island. Then obviously that's fine. But you know, it's just, yeah, that's kind of like why I've always lived on islands. So I just thought I'd make this little video, give you guys a little backstory onto why. And you know what? I'll give you the backstory of why I have a pet chicken in my house real quick as well. So the reason for that is simply because like ages ago I was making a world with some friends called Tom, Waze, and I think it was Double Trouble. I think the other one's name was. Oh no, I don't think he joined. It was me, Tom, and Waze. And Tom was building his house, and a chicken walked inside it, and I said, "Don't kill it, don't kill it. That can be your pet." He's like, "Why would I have a pet chicken?" I'm like, "I don't know, but you could call it Chris the chicken." And ever since then, that became a bit of a joke between all of us, and basically that's exactly what happened on this world. So I thought I will dub you Chris the chicken. But yeah, so there you go, two little story times for you all. And this has been a bit of a different video, but I just thought I'd share the stories with you. If you guys have enjoyed, please do leave a like, rate, and subscribe if you're new. And until the next one, adios.